Hi, my name is Francesca Ferrando. In the second part of my talk, Spiritual Politics of the Posthuman, we will highlight some key aspects that posthumanism shares with Hinduism and Buddhism. Philosophical posthumanism deconstructs any fixity, dualism, or polarity for a nomadic, transsubjective, interdependent perception of the human. The interconnection of existence is one of the markers of the posthuman, post-anthropocentric approach. Rosi Braidotti, in The Posthuman, proposes a re-evaluation of the idea of subjectivity as a transversal domain which includes the human, the non-human, and the earth as a whole. This post-individualistic notion of the subject, which is marked by a monistic relational structure, to use Braidotti's words, is related to her notion of zoe, that is, life conceived as a non-human, generative and vitalist force common to all species. And think of the term spiritus we talked on in the first part of this talk. Spiritus, zoe. Here, we can trace revealing parallels with non-dualistic approaches found in different Asian traditions. Let's start with the Hindu philosophical school of Advaita Vedanta. Advaita literally means non-true, non-dual. According to this tradition, the inner essence of an individual, Atman, corresponds to the transcendent existence, which is defined as Brahman. In such a frame, no frontal dualism between immanence and transcendence can be established. Another important reference to be mentioned here is Mahayana Buddhism. In this tradition of thought, there is no ultimate difference between the samsara, which is the repeating cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth, and the nirvana, the perfect peace of mind, acquired by one who is liberated. The enlightenment, within this context, consists precisely in the realization of this ultimate non-dualism. In Western culture, the term non-dualism is used to refer to an interconnectedness which rejects Cartesian dualism. Science and technology are placed in a natural cultural continuum, honoring the ontology of the cyborg. The machine is not the other, since the human itself is seen as a process, a hybrid, a constant technogenesis. Japanese roboticist Masahiro Mori, in The Buddha in the Robot, states, "From the Buddha's viewpoint, there is no master-slave relationship between human beings and machines. Man achieved dignity not by subjugating his mechanical inventions, but by recognizing in machines and robots the same Buddha nature that pervades his own inner self." Although delivered in a sexist language, note the universalized use of the masculine man instead of the gender-neutral humankind, Mori's message is revelatory. For him, machine and robots are made of the same Buddha nature. His view resonates with quantum physics and new materialism. From a physics perspective, anything which has mass and volume is considered matter. Humans, for instance, are made out of matter, as well as robots. The way matter appears on the large scale might be misleading if taken as its ultimate state. Matter on a subatomic level is not static or fixed, but is constantly vibrating. Matter is relational and irreducible to a single determined entity. Any reductionist approach has scientifically failed. And still, the impact of such a historical redundancy of reductionist and dualistic practices should not be underestimated. Posthumanism recognizes its own standpoints as post-dualistic rather than non-dualistic. Why? By doing this, posthumanism wishes to acknowledge that throughout history, hegemonic systems of thought have been repeatedly dualistic. Think of the classic sets: body-mind, female-male, black-white, east-west, human-machine, human-animals, non-human animals, and so on. The past cannot be erased, but once deconstructed, it can be transformed through present awareness and visions of the futures. In quintessence, realizing the archaic future, Mary Daly states, by performing actions and generating works that can affect the future, while women have been creating memories that will be realized in the minds and actions of those who will come after us. We have been storing treasures of our own creation in the treasure house of the future. With this very inspiring quote from Mary Daly, I would like to end part 2 of this video and go on. It's time now to lead towards our conclusions in part 3. Thank you.